My first job was at a burger joint, and that's where I was introduced to carne asada fries. Hey guys, I'm Myra from Low Carb Love, and today we're making the juiciest carne asada fries that are low carb and keto friendly. So the first thing to making our carne asada fries is gonna be our meat. So we have to have our meat well marinated. Now you can leave this overnight, or like with us, we're gonna make it right now and it's gonna be delicious. So you guys are gonna ask about the steak. You can use skirt steak, flank steak, carne asada, or even arrachera. So first things first, we have our lemon juice. This is fresh squeezed lemon juice, fresh squeezed lime juice. We have our olive oil, coconut aminos. If you don't have coconut aminos, you can use soy sauce. Minced fresh garlic. We have our cumin. Telling you guys, flavor right here. Our chili powder. And we're gonna salt and pepper. I would do about half a teaspoon of salt and pepper. Okay, and now we're gonna add in some diced jalapenos. It's just gonna add that flavor, maybe even a tiny little bit of spice, and some cilantro. Now, obviously we're trying to keep ours very low carb, but I would also recommend using some orange juice. That really just helps tenderize the meat, also adds to the flavor. And at the end of the day, even if you use like a quarter to a half cup of it, how much of the meat, how much do you think the meat is really gonna absorb, you know, in terms of sugars? So what I'm gonna do now that our meat is well covered and coated in this marinade, I'm gonna cover it. We're gonna set it in the fridge. We're just really trying to get the meat to soak up that flavor. Now, while our meat is marinating, we're gonna go ahead and get started on our fries. So obviously these are zucchini fries. We're gonna cut them in half and in fours. And then this is pretty much to personal preference. I'm trying to resemble fries here, so we're gonna cut them about this size here. So, but again, it is to personal preference. I just don't want them too thin or too thick. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish cutting the rest of them, and we will move on to our next step. Fries are done. We have our breading next. Equal parts of parm and almond flour. So we're just gonna toss these in right into our bowl. And we're gonna season it. So we're gonna do a little salt, pepper. You can even add a little garlic powder, onion powder. It really just depends, but it's not 100% necessary. We can just do salt and pepper and it's gonna taste delicious. Give that a quick mix. Okay, and now for our egg wash, literally just 2 eggs beaten. And to make our life easier, because usually I go one by one or like, you know, small amounts at a time. This time what I'm gonna do is actually coat all the fries. So we're gonna pour our egg right over our zucchini fries. Okay, we're gonna use our tongs just to make sure they're all well coated. And they're sturdy enough where they're not gonna break, so don't worry. And now straight into our breading to get them well coated. And this is just, it makes it so much faster. Sometimes you get a little lazy thinking that you have to bread each and every one of them, but this way, boom. Okay, toss them around. You can see everything's getting well coated. Okay, so we're gonna do a little avocado oil into the basket, and we are going to toss in our fries. Now, I want them to get nice and crisp, so I'm not going to overcrowd our basket. Okay, we're gonna finish it off with a little more avocado spray on top. Okay, these are going in at 400 degrees for about 8 minutes. So while our fries are in the air fryer, we're gonna go ahead and get started on our carne asada. I did add a little bit of some avocado oil. We have this at a medium-high heat right now. Just gonna let this heat up, and we're gonna get to cooking. And with skirt steak, the reason why I love using it is because it's so thin. It only takes about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Do you guys see this? It is so tender. So excited right now. There's nothing better than like tender meat. Ooh, beautiful. Look at that. All right, it's time to assemble. Zucchini fries are done, meat is done. So now very quickly, we're gonna make a homemade pico de gallo. So we are gonna add in our onion. I'm using a little bit of white onion, our red onion, tomato, jalapenos, cilantro, and fresh squeezed lemon juice. Okay, now let's go ahead and salt this bad boy. And a little touch of extra virgin olive oil. And mix. This is set. Literally takes 1 minute to make. So now we're gonna get our juicy meat. Guys, look at this. OMG. Now this is to personal preference. How thin you want your meat. I'm thinking it is still hot, so I'm gonna use my. So I didn't expect this meat to be as tender as it is. It almost just kind of shredded apart, which obviously is a good thing because it's gonna be like butter. But you can literally cut it into like kind of cubes. You can leave it into strips. However your little heart desires is how you are gonna eat this. So let's go ahead and assemble our fries. So we're getting our zucchini fries out, nice and crispy, love it. Now we're gonna place our meat right over our fries. Okay, so we're gonna do our pico de gallo. We have some lactose sour cream. You're gonna use your favorite sour cream of choice. We have our guac, little guacamole action. We're gonna do a little cheese. Now, if you wanna keep it dairy-free, obviously you omit this, but we're just gonna place it right here on top of our sour cream. And cilantro to finish it off. Okay, moment of truth. How do the zucchini fries compare to regular French fries? Cheers. Ooh. Okay. Wow. So much flavor. The first thing, they come across like French fries, okay? Because usually when you order the carne asada fries, after a few minutes, all the flavor and juices from the meat start to kind of soak into the fries, so they're not crispy. This resembles the exact texture of carne asada fries. Now, in terms of the flavor of the zucchini is so subtle. Okay, and the meat, let's not even talk about that. It's seriously like butter, melt in your mouth. You don't even need a knife. You could cut it with a butter knife. I purchased the skirt steak. So just FYI, in case you guys are gonna go out there and make these ASAP, skirt steak turned out super, super, super tender. I mean, like beyond tender. All right, guys, so this is definitely a 10 out of 10. The flavors are absolutely amazing. The textures all just go so well together. So if you've been wanting to try or you miss carne asada fries, go make these. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the recipe in the description below. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to share this recipe along with the channel with friends and family that are living a low carb lifestyle or that you just know absolutely love carne asada fries and are trying to make healthier choices. Thanks so much for being here. I love you and I will see you on my next video. Mwah. I'm gonna go and enjoy my carne asada fries.